There was a shooting in Michigan, and I don't even think it made the news. 3 are dead, 5 critical. Imagine going to college and then you just hear dot, 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 and you're like, and you're just going, I'm at school, there's a shooting. I don't know what to say. Now, this kid reached out to me, and he wanted me to talk about it. He's a fan, and he's also a student at Michigan. He got shot, and he messaged me personally. Yeah, I showed it to Jared. He only caught a little bit. He caught some shrapnel, but he got hit, but he lived. And he's one of these guys that was in this situation. And he said, please talk about it. He goes, I didn't even see CNN covering it. I think everyone kind of covered it. I think the problem is we've all become numb and we've accepted it. We no longer should be asking for reasonable gun control or whatever you want to call it, or assault weapon bans or whatever. I mean, the guy's gun was illegal anyway or something. He was on a no-gun list. But, I mean, the country's so inundated with guns. It's not hard to get a gun. There's fucking guns everywhere. We love our fucking guns. I think really you have to go into body armor. Kids have to go to school in full body armor. I think it's what you have to do. Mm-hmm. Tommy Hilfiger, are you listening? It's time for Fashion Week in New York to add bulletproof body armor. Then we need some entrepreneurs and some scientists thinking about breathable wear that is bulletproof.
Yeah.
From head to toe, like knights in the Middle Age, but breathable.
Yeah.
Breathable.
It's a good idea.
Like goddamn Tommy John's long johns. Breathable. Mm-hmm. Breathable cotton bulletproof armor. That's the only thing. Or have everyone fucking strapped. There's this child marshal. I don't know what to tell you.
People are going to be lining up for the Kevlar 4s.
We're the only country this happens to at this rate, not even close. I wonder why. I don't know what it is. It must be mental illness.
Finds an acorn.
It's mental illness only. As if mental illness just started. As if mental illness doesn't afflict everyone in the fucking world. I don't know what to tell you. And I love my gun. I own one. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. But he even said, I'm not an anti-gun guy. He says if someone in the classroom would have had a gun, the shooting would have been 5 minutes as opposed to 5 hours. Did it go on for 5 hours?
Maybe the lockdown 5. I'm not sure. Yeah. I remember reading the news reports that he was like on the campus for about 2 hours. Not sure 5.
The thing is, look, it is a mental health issue. Obviously, these guys turn evil. But the point is that there's always mentally ill people. The point is you don't want them to get these things in their hands. That's the whole point. Mm-hmm. So that a whole leap in logic that it's a mental health issue. It's like, of course it is. These are all not mutually exclusive. Okay. Nothing's mutually exclusive in the world. Everything has context, right? Just like you can't, like we joked about, the gun always gets the credit when it saves the day and gets all the blame when it murders, like my wife. That you can't do that either. I don't know. He wanted me to talk about it, and I'm talking about it. I am someone who has been the victim of a crime with a gun. It sucks. Jesse knew me back then. And then I was fine, and then I had panic attacks over it and PTSD.
It changed you.
It changed me. It's a horrible thing.
It changed how you thought. It changed how you felt. It changed how you went through TSA.
Exactly. I had a bullet in my ass, and it would set it off. Look at, she's a piece, whoever that is. It's something a guy who wasn't married would say. I'm glad you're okay. To the fan who's watching this right now, I'm glad you're okay. He even said, you don't have to use my name. I'm not looking for recognition.
Yeah.
He said, I'm not an anti-gun guy. He just goes, something has to be done. Because here's the thing. When you're a victim of it, it's different. It's always different.
First-hand experience always changes you.
You don't think about your political beliefs. You're not so, those are what people who talk for a living do. People who talk for a living stick to their beliefs. People who have an interest, who own a gun, they stick to theirs hardcore. The people who are against stick to theirs. And it's not a black and white issue. It's one of those things where, people like this ruin it for everybody else. No different than, having to have the Sudafed behind a fucking locked cabinet. Most people are not going to grab the Sudafed and chop it up to make whatever. But one dude will, right? One guy tried to blow up a fucking plane with his sneakers. Now we all got to take our fucking sneakers off at the airport. I don't love that. But living in a society, and when you have kids, you start to go, Can we come to the table and make everyone happy somehow? I believe we can. I believe we can, okay? I just believe we can. I just feel like there's too much money in people not doing that. Too much pride and too much money. Nobody wants to compromise. Nobody wants to walk away miserable for the greater good. So the only solution is fucking body armor. Body armor. I want to see the fucking chef in body armor. I want to hear clanking. When you go to a school, you just see people walking around looking like it's 50 legions under the sea.
Yeah.
They're walking around in skydiving outfits. Not skydiving, sea diving outfits.
Yeah.
You know when they wear those fucking helmets like that? Yeah.
Everywhere
Metal
should sound
suits.
like the antebellum South.
Yeah. You got to have that. Yeah, militarize the campuses. I don't give a shit. Just it's bad that people can't go to school. It should be everyone. There should be checkpoints everywhere so then we can feel more free. You know, that's the irony. It's like we want to be free. All right, we want the government out of it. Okay, but the solution is checkpoints in front of every class. It's got to be sealed off by federal troops, and everyone's got to show ID if they want to come in. And you're going, hey, wait a second, we're full circle to what we didn't want. And I'm going, that's what happens when you don't want to compromise.
Treat guns how you treated COVID.
Treat fucking guns the way you do your relationship. You compromise. You're not going to like everything. If you want to stick together, if you're going to live with someone else, you got to do things you don't like. Like once in a while, fucking The Real Housewives is on and I'm sitting in the living room and I want to stay warm by the fire. I don't want to go in the basement. And I got to fucking watch Real Housewives for a bit. That stupid fucking inane show that my wife loves and all women love. Because it's like it's like taking a goddamn Klonopin for them. It's like taking a Xanax. They just go, ah. Sometimes you got to do things you don't want to do.